Hello, I'm Helen Normoyle. I've held Chief Marketing Officer roles at the BBC, DFS and at Boots, and last year I launched my Menopause Centre with my good friend Dr. Claire Spencer. There are about 4.5 million women in the workforce in the UK today. That's a significant and a material proportion of the workforce. And a shocking 900,000 women have left their jobs because of menopause symptoms, and we know this from research that was conducted by BUPA and the Chartered Institute for Personnel and Development. We've also got data that shows that around 14 million days are lost every year in the UK because of menopause symptoms. That's a huge productivity loss for the economy and for organisations. But not only that, even if women aren't leaving their jobs, many women tell us that they don't put themselves forward for promotion. They are reducing their hours, maybe they're going part-time, or they're looking for what they might consider to be less stressful jobs. And this is really tragic. These are skilled, experienced women who, because of menopause symptoms, either don't feel able to do the jobs that they love, or they've just lost their confidence in their ability to do those jobs. And with the right support, this wouldn't be the same issue for them. And many will tell us that a few years later, when they've come through that and they've got their symptoms under control, they really regret not having had the right support or the understanding of what they were going through. So what are the practical things that you can do in your organisation to support women going through the menopause? The first one is to really think about what it takes to create a menopause and an age-inclusive culture. Because of course, menopause is very much wrapped up with ageism and sadly, still sexism. So visible leadership from senior managers and from managers the whole way through the line is important. So showing up at workshops, proactively communicating and engaging with colleagues, visibly creating psychological safety for people to have these conversations, underpinned with grassroots support, for example, through having menopause champions, creating menopause cafes, menopause support groups for women, female colleagues helping other colleagues can really make a huge difference. Many organisations that we work with find it incredibly helpful to have a menopause policy or menopause guidelines. So as a line manager, it's very clear about the workplace adjustments that you can make. As a colleague, it's very clear in terms of what your organisation is committing to doing in terms of supporting you. We've also really seen the benefit in doing these workshops for male colleagues as well, because they of course have partners at home, or they might have mums, they might have sisters. So the benefits that you get from educating your workforce spread far beyond that, and it really benefits your organisation, but it will benefit society too. And other organisations are recognising that really they need to support their staff with more personalised and more tailored interventions. So for example, they're providing doctor or nurse-led support so that their employees are getting the right information and advice on their symptoms and being advised on the best range of treatment options. And others are providing coaching. So for example, if you're in a role and you feel your confidence has been impacted, your performance has been impacted, coaching can be an extremely valuable tool to help you build yourself back up and really go for it again. Third practical thing that you can do in your organisation is to look at the appropriate workplace adjustments that can be rolled out to support women going through the menopause. This won't be a one-size-fits-all, because what will work in one part of an organisation might not work in another. So for example, in a head office environment, flexible working or working from home might be a wonderful adjustment to offer. If you can imagine you've had hot flushes and night sweats all night and haven't slept well, having that extra hour in the morning might make a really big difference. But if you work in a factory line, clearly working from home isn't going to be an option. But in that environment, you might find that offering more toilet breaks, having water more readily available, offering free sanitary products in the loos, they might be the reasonable workplace adjustments that could make a huge difference. And a big bugbear for many women, particularly those who work in retail on the shop floor, is the fabric of a uniform. It's also a big issue for many NHS workers. Can you imagine having an incredibly intense hot flush when you're wearing a nylon uniform? So looking at maybe having something that's made looser, that's made of natural fabrics, that in itself could make a huge difference. But the key thing in anything is to co-create your workplace adjustments with your management team and with the workforce themselves. And that simple act of co-creation is a demonstration of the commitment to creating a menopause inclusive culture. Just 1 in 4 women feel prepared for the menopause. And yet we know that the more prepared a woman is for the menopause, the better her experience of it will be. Knowledge really is power. So I would encourage you, be the change that you want to see. Raise awareness in your organizations, educate your workforce, support women going through the menopause, empower your people, and you will reap the rewards of it. You will help your whole workforce to thrive and help women to thrive as they go through the menopause.